Hey, stop scrolling. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, comment, and share. Check, 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 check. Across the country.
All right, now here's and other entrepreneurs don't take this model. All right, so let me say. So, but this I shouldn't say don't take this model. For me, this was a faith walk.
Okay.
Right. So when I went to the White House, I went on unpaid leave from Morehouse.
Okay.
Right. And after some negotiation, they gave me a third of my salary for not the current president provost. This is previous people. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was a leap of faith. My wife wasn't working. We didn't know how I was going to make ends meet.
Wow.
What I did know is if I didn't, because I had a appointment as a senior advisor with the White House Initiative on HBCUs, right? And this was under Obama. Yeah. And I said, if I don't do this, if I don't go work for the first black president, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life.
Right.
I just know that. So it was all God. I go up there and things just start clicking. I meet people. I start giving trainings. The whole diversity thing blew up from the White House. I'm training in My Brother's Keeper. I'm training in 21st Century Policing Program through the Department of Justice. So I'm already in the mix.
Yes.
Doing these trainings for free now. They ain't paying a brother. But
Wow.
the thing is, I had a series of 10 trainings at the White House for police chiefs and command staff all across the country from police departments. They saw the training and then they began to invite me out to the respective police departments to train the entire police forces. That's how I got LAPD, right?
Yes. Okay.
Be clear. We've never advertised. Ever. We never pitched. We never did any of that. All of our business has been referral-based, word of mouth. And we are booked 4 to 5 months out in advance. Never advertised.
Blessings, bro.
Right.
And that was all based on you walking in faith and taking that initiative.
Yeah.
That's great.
And a wife who wasn't tripping. Because
Yeah.
if she was started tripping, I would have been able to go. So she wasn't tripping, right? Yeah. So never advertised. And like I do, before the virus, I was in 4 to 5 cities a week, right? Wow. Since the virus, ironically, I'm in 3 cities a day. I do 2 to 3 virtual trainings a day all across the country, all across the world, actually, right? Wow. From this little home studio. We got a studio at Morehouse, but we're here as well. Okay. So my capacity has increased, still never advertised. Like, nah. I mean, the way it happens, I get 1 or 2 emails a day, LinkedIn, whatever. Hey, I heard about your training. My friend was there. I saw you on TV, this and that. And it just sort of happened. It's not a good model. It's not good because I should have a machine. I should have salespeople and we got to scale and get the stuff out there. But I'm training 8 to 10 hours a day, so I haven't had time to do all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, you spoke about international. How have you had any exposure or any dealings outside of the country?
Yeah, so we did training with BNP Paribas, and that's out of France. So they're based in Paris. Wow. They're a multinational company. And so did a training with them. We did a work with P&G, so Procter & Gamble, in the international, because, they're all over the world.
Yeah.
With Ford. So Ford, we got something coming up next week too, Tuesday and Wednesday, with a group of folks that are international. And so even if it's a domestic company, it's usually a multinational company. Yeah. And so we've had a couple that were based in other countries, but usually it's an American-based multinational company. That's been more common.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, that is good stuff. Very good, man. You really hit a lot of good ground there, and I see nothing but a whole lot. You know what I mean? Of ground. Y'all about to blow. Like you're gonna have to go threefold. Fourfold as far as the hiring and the staff and the trainers and all that stuff, because once it gets rolling downhill, it's just gonna keep picking up and picking up and picking up.
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to handle it yourself.
I know, man. We're working on a model. We're working on a model, right?
Yeah.
But the thing that's different about us, like I am an actual social psychologist. Yes. I'm not a diversity trainer.
Okay.
Like diversity trainers, a lot of them are like HR people and other folks that just fall into it because they was on the diversity committee and affinity group. This is what I've been doing for 25 years since grad school. I've been studying race and racism and prejudice. Okay. So the research that diversity trainers cite is the research that myself and my colleagues produce, right? Yes. So when I'm the trainer, you're going sort of to the source. I am a social psychologist.
Yes.
So literally, social psychology is the field that defines and researches these terms: racism, stereotyping, prejudice, discrimination, implicit, explicit bias. We define and research those things.
Yes.
So I'm sort of a unicorn in that I'm a traditional academic. I have tenure, right?
Yep.
That can translate hard science for the masses. That's my skill. I'm not the best researcher, but I'm really good at the translation of the hard science for the masses. That's the skill.
Wow, that is awesome. Because I had interactions. Two brothers. One's Quinn Johnson. I did a panel about 4 or 5 months ago with him. He's a brother based out of Atlanta, and then another guy by the name of J. Lamont Harris out of Virginia.
Okay.
Both of them are DEI guys, and I kind of got my exposure to it and kind of learned a little bit about it. But it's interesting, like you said, your angle in it. You know what I mean? Because it's even further. It's even deeper than, like you said, most of those guys are HR guys, and they hit it at a certain level. But yours actually comes from the roots and the background of the whole thing. So, like you said, that's a unique skill set that you have there. I don't think you can better reproduce yourself, but you can train people with the know-how that you have.
That's what we're trying. We got some good people. I got a team of trainers. So we had a contract with New York City Public Schools, right? So we had to train all their people, 140,000 people, right? And before the virus, we trained about 50, 60,000 of them. But I had a team of trainers based in New York, got some trainers in LA and a few in Atlanta.
Yep.
But the virus has sort of, made that a bit more difficult. But we have models. Like our business is going well. Like I can't complain at all.
Right.
But we could maximize, right? Because I'm a social scientist. I don't have an MBA. Right? That's one thing. If I could go back to University of Michigan, I was getting my PhD, I would have got an MBA as well. That's the one mistake I made. Folks, everybody needs a side hustle. Everybody should be an entrepreneur,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I mean,
I agree.
I knew that intuitively coming out of New York because we always had to have a side hustle. But the MBA is a structured exposure to business, and so I learn things. I read a lot of books and everything else. But yeah, so it's I ran a startup. That's pretty much what it was. Right?
That's what's interesting to me, because it's such a unique thing. You are employed at Morehouse, and you have created the startup, and there's a partnership between both together. So it's like your side hustle is part of your main job in a way.
Exactly.
That's the coolest thing.
Dude, that's what I tell people. I tell my students, hey, get paid for your passion. Figure out a way to make it work, right? Because no shade on HBCUs, but I'm not going to be independently wealthy with an HBCU salary.
Right.
Unlikely.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, but the thing is, many of our faculty are brilliant. We just got to find a way to leverage that brilliance. And so a lot of what I do across the country, same thing I did in the classrooms at Morehouse. I mean, it's so crazy. These people pay me all this money to do the same thing.
But you're not doing any, you're not a professor at Morehouse anymore, right?
No, I still am.
You still?
So I'm still on faculty at Morehouse. I still have tenure, right? I get no salary though. I get no salary.
Okay.
So my colleagues out there, no salary, right?
Yeah.
But actually, Morehouse, I gave them a percentage equity position in the company.
Yeah.
So Morehouse gets profit sharing.
Yes.
So I write Morehouse a check every year from gross profit.
Wow.
And they get a certain percentage if they give us referrals. So all Morehouse alumni, listen, if you give us a referral, if it's a Morehouse student, faculty, staff, alumnus, board member, any Morehouse affiliation, if you refer us, the National Training Institute of Race and Equity, to anybody else to provide diversity training, right? As long as it came through a Morehouse Connect, you could do. It could be an email intro, and that's all it needs. That counts as a referral. Morehouse gets a cut. Scholarship fund at Morehouse.
Why that they utilize where they'll have a perpetrator and a citizen or whatever, and they got to shoot whatever or fire on somebody and they accidentally shoot somebody that's innocent or whatever. I've seen that, but I haven't seen the emotional side of, like you said, the interaction with, okay, how are you reacting and what do you do in this situation based upon words and things like that. This is like a whole nother something else that y'all developed. Beautiful,
Right.
Beautifully laid out.
Yeah. And so in a lot of trainings, to your point, and I've been, again, all across the country. I've been to training academies, and they have to train for the worst case scenario, right? Because if your life is on the line, like a cop said to you, it's between me and you, I'm going home to my family.
Yep.
In many police departments, they literally say that. They say your main job is to go home every night by any means necessary. They actually say that to some cops. But you gotta understand, right? Because there are some people out there who shoot people, kill people, commit crime, right? They are out there, right? And so something they say, it's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6, right? And so that's sort of psychology of, okay, I'll take my chances in court, but I'm going home to my family tonight. And again, I understand that because some cops are killed in the line of duty. It does happen. It's rare, but it does happen, right? So, I get it. We want to, because the way I'm going to train my son, I have 3 kids. My youngest son, he's only 7 now. Okay. But to your point, I'm going to say when you get pulled over, assume they pull you over because you fit the description of somebody who committed a horrible crime. Okay. And if you do that, if you empathize it that way, then calm, because you want to be defensive. Why are you pulling me? Because you know you're innocent. You know you didn't do anything. You went to Morehouse, got the sticker. What are they pulling me over for? Right? So you almost become indignant, like they got the nerve to pull me over. They don't.
Right.
No, they don't know you.
Right.
But for the young black and Hispanic male, I know it seems extra, but they say, look, I probably fit the description of some murderer, and so they out here like this. So let me just, right? Now, once they know they're safe and you're no threat, they should treat you with respect. Right. Sometimes they don't. We know this, right? So yeah, but with the simulations, they have simulators in these departments. You can shoot at the screen. They have different types. It's not just VR. It's like 2-dimensional. Yeah. And you have gun ranges. And so going to the gun ranges, watch them shoot. They've invited me. Hey, you want to come to the range and shoot? That sort of thing. So and I learned to have a different level of respect for firearms. I own a firearm now. I have not always. Yeah. And but I have a different level of respect for it. And I understand, what it means to be responsible with it. Yeah. And so, it's I've learned a lot in doing this work. So they learn from me, but I learned a lot from them as well.
Yeah. Yep. Shout out to Jelani of the Wait a Minute Show here as well, another podcaster. Yeah. Like I said, I'm also, a new gun owner, probably, 2-3 years or whatever. Like I said, just the responsibility of it, you know what I mean? Protect your household, but hopefully I never have to use it. You know what I mean? So right. Go to the range, Right. But we're in a different type of world, man. It's like I don't know, especially I don't know what's going on, especially here in our direct circle here. I don't know. Atlanta's just changing. It's a changing place from when we first came down here. That's what I will say. You're from New York, so you've seen a certain, level that you carried yourself with walking around, in the different boroughs. But Atlanta is rapidly changing into something else than what we used to.
Yeah, and these, January 6th, I mean, this stuff ain't helping. Like, I don't believe there's gonna be a quote unquote race war, but this stuff is real out here, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So crime is up in Atlanta. I mean, there's all types of stuff going on.
All kinds of
stuff. I it is, to protect my family in terms of the firearm, but I agree. Times are changing. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah. I got a referral I want to send to you, not for necessarily for training, but I got some young brothers, and I might have attempted to introduce y'all before, but I got a friend of mine by the name of Randall. He's also a Kappa. Has an organization called the Achievement Institute. He's got these young men mentorship program. I think before, about 2 years ago, he was running the Kappa League here on West Coast.
Good.
Yeah, but he has his own mentorship program, and he's got a bunch of young men, and I think they would love to see this program that you have. You would be an awesome speaker. He has different people that he has come through. Yeah, Tron on before. Tron actually came and spoke to him before. So Randall's a real cool guy, man. Randall Sherrill's the name. Y'all might partially know each other, but yeah, I'd like to introduce y'all at some point. But hey, man, I really want to thank you definitely for coming through and sharing your organization and the different ins and outs of it and the development that you put into your hard work and sweat equity that you've done as far as developing it. I see nothing but good things, as far as the future, what you're doing. Next time I try to speak to you next year, I probably won't be able to get a hold of you because you'll be like, okay, they'll be like, trying to get in touch with Dr. No.
Nah, it's funny. Nah, it's all good because my team said that. They said, you doing a podcast tonight or something? I was like, yeah, no, because I put it on the calendar myself, which I rarely do. They schedule everything. So now we're good. We're good.
Hey man, big time, brother. Hey, I love it, man, because you know who our class is composed of. Not just our class, but Morehouse in general, man. We, you know the indoctrination in our brothers and the major accomplishments that we have, man. So I always look at us and helping to build each other up. Anytime you want to come on here and speak about whatever it is that you have, brother, anything, you know what I mean? Any developments, any changes, any new initiatives, etc. I'm here. I have a platform. I have a mic. I've got a whole radio network. We got 15 plus shows. So I'm here, man.
Appreciate it, sir.
Hey, how can people get in touch with you?
Easiest thing is the website. Just www.national.training. That's it.
Man,
national.training.
Website I ever heard. I do websites, and I was like, wow, they got .training domains there. National.training is the coolest website I ever heard, bro.
Awesome. So that's it. So once they get there, the email is there, tells you what we do. Everything is there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for, like I said, spending time and kicking it with KC.
All right, not a problem, bro. I appreciate the opportunity. You have a great night. And to your audience, peace and blessings. Y'all be safe out there.
Talk to you later, man.
All right.
Yes. That was Dr. Bryant T Marks, one of my Morehouse brothers, class of 94, representing big time with the National Institute of Race and Equity, man. Hey, y'all heard it. If you missed it, definitely go back and check out the program. Mocha, definitely, you want to check this out. He has actually developed a virtual program and has trained over 50,000 officers nationally in regards to implicit bias training. They have things that they're actually doing with this virtual reality interface to allow police officers to get into this training, and they have different simulated situations that go on and see how the officers react, etc. So be sure to take a listen to this when you get a chance. And for those who, and Dr. Marks, once you hear it, when you go back to it, Mocha Bella, part of the X Squad, is also a police officer out of the 305 out of Miami. So she have a great interest in listening to the interface and what you've been able to develop. So thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for definitely coming through. Oh, man, DJ Chuck in the building also as well. Hey, thank y'all for coming through, kicking it with Key C. Hey, man, we do it like this all the time here, X Squad Radio. Be sure to get the mobile app. Be sure to, check out the shows. I think my man Mo Cheese will be doing something tomorrow on X Squad Radio. Be sure to check it, xsquadradio.com. Get the mobile app. Check out the shows, man. Check out the music. Check out the interfaces. We got some big things that we're continuously doing, continuously growing, continuously trying to be your one-stop source for entertainment. So, I want to thank y'all definitely for coming through and, doing what you do. And, hey, your boy's out.
This is your boy D Rex from South Central, and you tune into X Squad Radio Network. Yeah, man.
We all hate when we have unexpected car problems. Well, I am here to tell you about a viable solution, Bay 11 Auto, and my man Melvin. You have emission problems? Brakes need changing? Transmission slipping? Is your car just driving sluggish? No problem is too big. I live on the other side of town, and I drive over an hour to a guy that I trust. Melvin is honest, dependable, and definitely not in the business to break your pockets. Come see the official mechanic, Melvin, at Bay 11 Auto. You will be glad you did. You can reach him at 1455 General Arts Road, Conyers, Georgia, or 404-295-5715. That's 404-295-5715.
West, y'all. Bang, bang.
Throw them W's up. West Side Wednesdays with your boy, D Greatest from South Central. Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. X-Squad Online Radio Network, iHeartRadio, Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, we got more.
This is Mocha Bella, and you're tuned into the X-Squad Radio Network, where we're changing your listening habits 24/7, 7 days a week.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Lilo Jones, aka International Lilo, ATL's most interesting Negro, and you listen to X Squad Radio. You dig?
Hey, X Squad, I got one more question, man. Man, y'all gonna pay me for this?
Tonight, I will be magnificent. I will be better than I ever been. I will be free. I will shine bright, reflect the limelight. Do it like this is my last time. I will be me. Can you see me? Standing in front of the crowd with a sound that resounds like thunder. Make them so proud when I rock loud, cause I shut them down and make MCs wonder how I can do it like this at any given time. Give me 16 bars, I get in your mind. Look and you will find that I'm nothing more than a messenger that's blessed with the gift of rhyme. I stay on my grind, trying to find my treasure. Diamonds form under pressure. Spit it so clear, make them all see the picture. Nothing like spitting for those who really get you. Tonight, I will be magnificent. I will be better than I ever been.